40,000 points, 13,000 assists, 4 championships with 3 different teams. These aren't just statistics. They're the mountain that LeBron James' sons must somehow try to climb. As Bronny enters the NBA and Bryce continues developing, they face a challenge unlike any in sports history, following in the footsteps of one of basketball's greatest players. This raises an interesting question that basketball fans everywhere are asking. Could either of LeBron's sons one day surpass their father's incredible legacy? Before starting, what does it take to build a legacy like LeBron's? And how difficult would it be for his sons to reach those same heights? To understand the challenge facing Bronny and Bryce, we need to look at just how high LeBron has set the bar. LeBron is the NBA's all-time leading scorer with over 40,000 points. He ranks 4th in assists with nearly 13,000, which shows he's not just a scorer, but also makes his teammates better. LeBron has played more minutes than anyone in NBA history, over 67,000 minutes on professional courts. That's not just talent, that's remarkable dedication and physical conditioning. How many players have you seen maintaining elite performance for over 2 decades without significant injuries or decline? One word: rarely. Championships define greatness in team sports, and LeBron has 4 NBA titles with 3 different teams: the Heat, Cavaliers, and Lakers. No other player has won the Finals MVP award with 3 different teams. His 2016 championship with Cleveland stands out as perhaps his greatest achievement. Down 3-1 in the finals against the 73-win Warriors, LeBron led the Cavaliers to their first-ever championship, fulfilling his promise to bring a title to his home state. Can you think of another sports comeback that matches this level of difficulty and significance? Well, LeBron himself knows his place in history is secure. With LeBron's incredible accomplishments in mind, let's turn our focus on his eldest son and his entry into the professional basketball world. In 2024, the basketball world watched closely as Bronny James was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 55th pick in the NBA draft. This wasn't just any draft selection. It created the possibility for something never seen before: a father and son playing together in the NBA. Bronny's path to the pros has been different from his father's. While LeBron was the most hyped prospect ever and a clear #1 pick, Bronny enters the league as a second-round selection. This means he'll need to work hard to earn playing time and prove he belongs. As a player, Bronny brings solid basketball intelligence, good defensive skills, and team-first play. He's not the dominant physical force his dad was at the same age, but he has qualities that could help him find his role at the professional level. The pressure on Bronny is enormous. Every move he makes will be compared to his father's achievements. LeBron became an immediate star in the NBA and laid the foundation for one of the greatest careers in sports history. By age 20, LeBron was already averaging over 27 points per game in his second NBA season and establishing himself as a future MVP candidate. While Bronny entered the NBA at age 20, and his early professional stats include averages of 7 points per game during summer league play with shooting percentages that highlight areas for improvement. 32.7% from the field and just 13% from the three-point range. While Bronny has shown flashes of potential in 2025, he is still developing compared to LeBron's meteoric rise. LeBron also stood out with his combination of size, height, and court vision, which allowed him to excel immediately in the NBA. Bronny is smaller at 6 feet 3 inches and relies more on skill than physical dominance. While Bronny takes his first steps in the NBA, younger brother Bryce is still developing his game, but showing signs that basketball experts taking notice. And what makes people excited about Bryce's potential? Many observers have noted that Bryce might actually have a higher ceiling than his older brother. He's showing excellent ball handling skills, smart court vision, and promising shooting ability. At the same age, Bryce James holds a clear advantage in terms of size. Standing at 6 feet and 6 inches and weighing approximately 180 pounds, Bryce is taller and leaner than Bronny was at a similar stage. Whereas Bronny measured 6 feet and 1.5 inches and weighed 210 pounds during his high school years. This height difference gives Bryce a natural edge as a shooting guard, allowing him to shoot over defenders with ease. But Bronny's high school career at Sierra Canyon was more of steady improvement and consistent contributions. By his senior year, he averaged 14 points, 5.4 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. He was widely praised for his defensive talent, basketball IQ, and ability to hit three-pointers under pressure. His leadership on the court earned him recognition as a McDonald's All-American and a four-star recruit. While Bryce's high school journey has been more gradual, as a sophomore, he split time between Sierra Canyon's junior varsity and varsity teams, averaging just 3.8 points per game in limited varsity appearances. However, by his junior year, Bryce began to show flashes of brilliance, including a standout 21-point performance against top-ranked prospect Cameron Boozer. While Bryce is still developing his game, scouts have noted his smooth shooting stroke, high basketball IQ, and potential to grow into his frame. For Bryce, the challenge will continue to develop while managing the pressure that comes with being LeBron James' son. Does being the second son perhaps give Bryce an advantage with less immediate pressure than what Bronny faced? For either Bronny or Bryce to exceed their father, they would need to achieve an extraordinary combination of championships, MVP awards, statistical excellence, cultural impact, and long-term elite performance. The standard their father set is nearly impossible for anyone to reach. Of the thousands of players who've played in the NBA, only a handful have reached LeBron's level of achievement. For Bronny and Bryce, these challenges are even greater because their father isn't just famous, he's one of the best to ever play the game. If we measure solely by championships, MVPs, and statistics, the answer is likely no. Not just for them, but for almost anyone entering the league. They don't need to be the next LeBron to be successful. In fact, trying to copy their father's career would probably set them up for disappointment. Is it fair to expect them to be like their father, or should we judge them on their own merits? For Bronny, success might mean becoming a respected NBA veteran who helps his teams win games. For Bryce, who's still developing, the future remains open, though early signs suggest he may have significant potential. What if they develop skills that even LeBron doesn't possess? There's also a possibility that either son could impact basketball in ways their father hasn't. The game continues to evolve, and future stars shape it in new directions. Perhaps one of the James brothers will bring innovations to the sport or excel in areas different from their father. But this shouldn't be seen as a failure for either son. The James brothers have opportunities most basketball players only dream of. Direct guidance from an all-time great, access to top training resources, and platforms to showcase their talents. Bronny has already achieved something remarkable by making it to the NBA, something only about 4,500 people in history have accomplished. Whether or not either son approaches their father's achievements, the James family has already secured a unique place in basketball history. If you enjoyed this journey through the James family legacy, don't miss our full playlist dedicated to the LeBron James family. We dive deeper into their story, from LeBron's early days to Bronny's college and NBA career and Bryce's development and personal life. Thanks for watching.